back in the canyons, near the whistle-stop burg of Hanging Rock, you'll find the old Helengon Mine. Now, in days past, the Helengon was one of the richest finds in Thunder Mesa country, but those days are gone. And now the whole area has become a haunt for outlaws, freelancers, and other ne'er-do-wells. Helengon Tunnel still burrows right into the heart of the mesa itself, though not much ore is shipped out these days. Heck, I've even heard tell that some local bandits have been using it as a hideout. A wooden head frame stands tall in the cliffs high above, waiting perhaps for the next big strike, and the whole mesa is riddled with tunnels and old diggings. Even the mining company office is built right into the cliffside, but someone should probably tell them it's a bad idea to stack that dynamite outside the door. The Helengon mine was developed as a focal point for the larger scene at Hanging Rock. It's bounded by the Hanging Rock Depot at one end and Olson and Furlow's place on the other. If the name Helengon sounds familiar to you model railroaders out there, that's because I borrowed it from the legendary John Allen and the HON3 portion of his gory and defeated railroad, the Devil's Gulch and Helengon. I also pay tribute to John Allen at the mining company office. The sign on the wall says, J.W. Allen, General Manager. The shack itself started out as a cardboard mock-up before being fleshed out at the workbench. It's actually a pretty faithful model of something that was recently added along Big Thunder Trail at Disneyland. The Indiana Jones doghouse is another Disneyland Easter egg. The original can be seen along the Disneyland Railroad right-of-way in Frontierland. You can also download a free paper model of this doghouse on the Thunder Mesa website. I'll put a link down below. The small head frame was built to scale from some plans I found from the Engineering and Mining Journal of 1902. The hoist shack was freelanced, but follows fairly typical practices of the time. The model was built and detailed at the workbench and is made mostly of scaled basswood lumber and illustration board. Though intended to be a background structure, I couldn't resist adding details like Grant nut-bolt washer castings, some tools, and even a set of antlers to the head frame. And I'm glad I did, since the mine has become a real focal point that is visible from almost everywhere on the layout. Not to mention the fact that it helps to frame the regular thunderstorms that blow through about every 20 minutes or so during operations. And speaking of operations, the On30 spur into Helengon Tunnel also adds some interest there. Supplies can be dropped at the siding or empty ore cars spotted just inside the tunnel opening. When the cars are filled, they can then be picked up by the next passing ore train. I have to admit that Hanging Rock and the Helengon Mine are among my favorite spots on the layout to just sit back and watch the trains roll by. I hope you enjoy it too. In a future video, I'll go in depth on one of the other main features of Hanging Rock, Olson and Furlow's place. Until then, keep moving forward, amigos. Thanks for tuning in, and adios for now.